race is looking solid right now, but I do think we need to push harder if we want to stay competitive. Here's the report.
Okie dokie, we like to get a tyre wear program done on at least one compound during these sessions. We can get some good strategy and development information, so it's worth the effort.
Quick.
Hi, how are you? I'm just passing on your qualifying goals for this weekend.
Sit back and put your feet up as we head into qualifying here in Kuala Lumpur. Over the next few minutes, we'll find out who's got pace in the car and who hasn't. This is a track that tends to ask quite a lot of the tyres, both front and rear. So is it fair to say a great deal of management will be needed in order to do well here?
Tyre wear is always something you have to consider to a certain degree. Finding a good car balance that suits the circuit will help prolong the life of the tyre, but it's true that some circuits, such as this one, are more challenging than others. How hard you can push them depends on your strategy and how tight the battle is around you.
Hi, guess who? I've seen the team's expectations for the race, so I thought I'd pass them on and wish you luck. Take care.
A young Spaniard named Fernando Alonso sat at the front of the grid here over a decade ago now. The first flash of greatness in a race that also gave us the maiden win for Kimi Raikkonen. The Malaysian Grand Prix is an event for gifted racers to climb to the top and for those on the sidelines to find new talents. 5 lefts and 10 rights make up the 15 corners of Sepang's 3.4-mile circuit. A track where the weather always threatens to play a deciding factor. The drivers will be subjected to forces in excess of 4G and heavy braking zones in 4 of these corners, 2 of which come at the end of DRS zones into turn 1 and to turn 15. And alongside me today to talk you through all that is Anthony Davidson. And welcome again. It's good to be back in Kuala Lumpur, isn't it? A lovely country, Malaysia, lovely circuit, and a race that tends to be quite hard to predict.
Yeah, it does indeed. There are a lot of high-energy corners that make the rear tyres suffer around here. Coupled with the excessive heat, that makes it difficult to keep your tyres in the right operating window. And of course, in previous years, we've come here very early in the season, which shows a potential reliability variable in there as well.
The team want a 9th place finish or above for today's race.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Rosberg, Lewis Hamilton and Raikkonen, Massa, Grosjean, Sainz and a Haas, Button, Bottas, Jolyon Palmer and Kvyat, Hülkenberg, Alonso, Kevin Magnussen and Sergio Perez, Wehrlein and Nasser, Marcus Ericsson and Rio Haryanto completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
We're seeing minor damage to the front wing. Be easy on the car till we get it repaired. We don't want to risk making this worse. We think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one? Okay, take it easy on the car. We... Confirmed. You have P5, P5, Rosberg ahead. A 2-second gap separates you. You're losing around 1.6 seconds. They're on fresh wets. Verstappen behind. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh wets. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 4 laps remaining. Rosberg is ahead of you. The time last lap was a 2-minute 4.9. They're on fresh wets. is your final lap of the race. This is your final lap of the race. Top job, my friend, top job. I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you've pulled through. Thank you.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, keeping their tyre temperatures up in the tricky wet conditions was really important. There's not much grip out there at the best of times, and it's 10 times worse if you're out there on cold tyres. So the way they kept the rubber in its proper operating window was a huge advantage today.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red... And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Today, I think I'll give it to the Haas driver. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
On to the constructors then. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.